Hello, curious people. Just a very quick update on the price of VFOX, and I have a couple of questions regarding working out liquidity pool values. So we'll just quickly dive in. The price has gone down to a significant amount. We're looking at about $2.40 for VFOX, with now a market cap of $20 million. And RFOX has dumped down as well to 18 cents, with a market cap of 246 million. This was 300 million a couple of days ago. Now it's 246. Now, personally, I'm not worried on either. I said I would be buying some VFOX at $3 or so, and about $3.20, and at $2.40, I've decided I'll buy some more. Now, the likely reason why this is dropping is just because people got in this at 13 cents, and then they were making $100,000 a day. Sometimes people are going to sell, and sometimes they're going to sell significantly. Also remember that every time someone is harvesting their VFOX, then the Red Fox team, they also auto-harvest theirs. And every time they auto-harvest theirs, they convert it straight for RFOX. So they're a major seller of VFOX. Let's have a quick look and see how much RFOX they've accumulated over kind of the last night. Okay, so this is the address for the burn. It's at 9.9 million. I think it wasn't too far off that. May have only been like 9.5 million, so it's not actually too bad. Let's just have a look and see if they actually have been harvesting. Yep, they've been harvesting and harvesting and harvesting every time someone harvests. So maybe it's gone up by 500,000. I can't actually remember, but not a huge change, but a change that's, still sizable. And remember, all of this RFOX will basically be deleted. It's called burnt, and it's sent to an address which no one can ever access. So essentially it's deleted. And this is a good thing for the ecosystem. I have up here Goose Finance. Goose Finance is, I'm not saying get involved in this, I'm not involved in this. This is a silly little project, in my opinion. But this has a higher market cap than VFOX at the moment. And the market cap's just hidden behind there. It's 20 million, there we are. So Goose Finance, it has a all-time high of $172. It came down, and now it's worth $9.63. And it's basically you farm like you would do with RFOX, but you get egg. It doesn't really have any value. There's no real utility. They've got a couple of things happening, but really, it's just a silly project. And a lot of projects are like this on Binance Smart Chain. So VFOX, I believe, is undervalued. If this dips down further, I'm happy with that because I'm still farming it. It's entirely up to you. So I've had a couple of questions of people asking, what should I do with my VFOX? If the VFOX is all of a sudden worth half of what it was a little bit, a few days ago, should I compound it or should I hold it and hope for the price to appreciate? And that's entirely up to you. I think maybe you want to do both. Maybe you want to harvest it, keep 100 there or 130 and just keep them there, and maybe take the other ones and compound them. So I've had some people asking me a few questions with regards to, should I harvest my VFOX and then convert half into RFOX and compound it when the price is so low? And of course, that's really up to you, but I'll give you basically both sides. If you do it that way, then you are basically, you're not getting as much value as you potentially could for the VFOX. However, at the same time, you are compounding it, which is really, really good. You're also adding more sell pressure. So in a way, you can further decrease the price. And I guess every time you do harvest, what ends up happening is RFOX also harvests, and that adds further sell pressure. So I guess that answer would probably suggest no. However, at the same time, if you want to compound it, like I think compounding is a good idea at any price, then that's what I do. So you can choose one or the other, or alternatively, you can do a bit of both. You can maybe take 50% of your VFOX and just let it sit there and you'll stake it or wait for it to go up in price if it does. And the other 50% you may go and farm. So I can't really offer a one-size-fits-all answer to that. Remember, these are just ideas, not financial advice. Now, I've been given a couple of questions regarding the LP tokens, so the liquidity provider tokens, which are these ones down here. And I've had a couple of requests regarding math. How do I work out kind of what they are worth? So the best situation would be if there was some decentralized application that could work it out for us, so we didn't have to go through all of the math. And I'll show you what that would look like. This is Step. I've mentioned this before. This is on Solana, and this basically has the ability with the yield farming to show you how much you've got in each pool. So in the COPE USDC pool, there's X amount, Radium pool, X amount, and it shows you exactly how many tokens you've got. So I've got Maps and Ray in this particular account. So when I went and checked my Radium, I actually had 35 liquidity tokens, so I could work out the math. It was $34.50 per liquidity token. However, unfortunately, this is only available on Solana. It's not available on the Binance Smart Chain, so we can't use it to track our VFOX and RFOX. Instead, we're just going to have to use plain old math. Here we are. This account has a good amount of dollars, so we can do it a couple of ways. So firstly, let's just harvest. If you really want to work out exactly how much RFOX and VFOX you have, we would have to unstake it, which we'll do. I'm just going to pause in between each transaction. So we're going to unstake all of this, confirm. So I've unstaked, we'll go to trade, and then we'll go to liquidity. The liquidity should be shown down here. If it's not shown down here and it is unstaked, we'll just have to verify by going back into farms. Yep, there's no liquidity there. So back into trade. Liquidity again. When it says no liquidity found, we just import it. So we just select the two tokens, VFOX, RFOX, and there we are. So this gives us our numbers here. I'm not sure exactly what was initially in the pool. I can look in records, or look on the blockchain. And let's just do a little bit of math. So I've got a little breakdown of the maths here. There's nothing, there's no formulas or anything. So unfortunately, I'm just working out manually. So as we can see, we have the number of LP tokens, liquidity provider tokens here. And when we've unstaked this, we can see how much RFOX and how much VFOX we have. So we've got just very, very basic, very simple. We take the RFOX amount, 35522 divided by 9940. And we have, for one liquidity provider token, we've got 3.57 RFOX. And then with VFOX, we've got 2815 divided by 9940. And that's basically how we've worked it out. However, to be honest, the prices are going to change every day just due to the value. So right now we can kind of work out the net worth of each LP token just with a little bit of simple math, and it'll just be simply taking all the RFOX. So 35514 times 0.173. That's 6,143 or 6,144. And then we'll jump. And the VFOX should be basically something similar. 2815 times 2.18. So that's basically what it is, or basically it's going to be 6,144 or thereabouts times 2, so about $12,200. And then from there we can just simply divide it by the number of LP tokens we have. And at the moment each LP token is worth $1.22. Now, if you don't want to unstake it, you don't have to. That's a kind of a very easy way if you're happy to unstake it. I'll show you the second way. So I've just done a quick little harvest and I've split it into VFOX, and I'm just going to enter this all in. So all I need to basically do is just remember 1567 essentially. We will confirm that in. So 1567, that's how many VFOX we have. We can basically times that by 2 because we know we've got an equal value in VFOX at the moment. Times 2. 1567 times 2. And then we just times the value by the current value of VFOX. So that's about $542. So that's how much we've just put in. Now all we need to do is just go into farms and then add, and that is 438 extra LP tokens. So as simple as that, divided by 438 equals $1.23. So very, very similar to $1.22. And that's the value of one LP token. But it does fluctuate. And unfortunately, there is no decentralized app that I've found that will allow you to see exactly like Step allows you to see. So what Step Finance has on Solana is really good. It's such a great breakdown and you kind of track everything really, really well. I would imagine within the next few months, we'll see a lot of projects that will do things like that on Binance Smart Chain, or at least one or two really good ones. They'll be able to work out impermanent loss, your initial investment, what the investment's worth now, how much your rewards were worth, which is fantastic. Now, YieldWatch actually does do that. They just don't do it at the moment for VFOX. So hopefully they can add that functionality later on. The next thing I'll quickly show you is how to work out how much VFOX you're earning and what that dollar value is. So probably the easiest thing is just to wait for it to get to a reasonably kind of round number, maybe like 2.2, and just start a stopwatch. So I paused it when it hit 5 minutes. At 5 minutes, we'd earned 3.6 VFOX. We start at 2.2, so every 5 minutes, we're earning 1.4 VFOX. Now to work out how many that would be per hour, it's very simple. We know this 60 minutes in an hour. We're going to divide it by 5, and that's 12. So all we need to do is just do 12 times 1.4 VFOX, and that's 16.8 VFOX that would earn per hour, times that by 24, and that's expected what we would earn in 1 day. Times it by the current value, and that's in US dollars what we'd expect to earn today. Now, the rate will be dropping down, so it's a falling amount. We may make $850 today and $780 tomorrow. And it also depends on how much the VFOX is worth. So, you know, these are just guides. That's certainly not exactly how much you're going to be making, but you can very easily work out how much you're earning at the moment just by timing it for 5 minutes and calculating it. Now, obviously, if you had a small bag, it'd just be the same. So 5 minutes and all of a sudden, let's say you generated 0.3. Well, times 12 to work out how many you make in an hour. Times 24, and then times the current price of VFOX. And that's what you work out. I hope this math has been easy enough for you to follow along. Math isn't everyone's strong suit, so I'm just trying to keep it quite basic. If you can't work it all out, just slowly watch the video. Do your best. I'm imagining that someone will come up with some sort of epic spreadsheet that you can just put in the details to, and it can work it all out for you in the future. But that's not going to be me, I'm afraid. And I do think YieldWatch may in the future incorporate the VFOX farms, especially as they gain traction. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. If I'm not replying, please just hit me up on Twitter. My link is in the description. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.